as the team from Marion, the host city, is getting ready to take on the winner of the South Zone in Brownsville, Texas. In this game, Marion will be the visiting team. They are going to come to bat first here in the top of the first inning. Leading off for Marion, it's going to be second baseman Riley King, hitting second shortstop Trevor Jackson, and hitting third center fielder Cole Freeman. If anybody gets on, first baseman Mason Goins will be hitting cleanup today. The first pitch from Juan Gutierrez. Swing and a miss as we are underway at 2:58 p.m. on a Friday afternoon. Sunny skies and 88 degrees in southern Illinois. At first pitch, low humidities. It's a gorgeous day with partly cloudy skies here as the ball is lifted into right field, and that's going to be a base hit to start the game for Marion by Riley King. Looking at the defense for Brownsville, Texas, in left field it's going to be Mario Salinas, Noah Villarreal. In right field, Jose Gutierrez. Jacob Mariquin at third. Juan Rivera at short. Damian Cortez at second. Eduardo Guerrero at first. Juan Gonzalez doing the catching behind the plate. And Juan Gutierrez doing the pitching as the first pitch to Trevor Jackson is called a ball. Glad to have you here on our broadcast this afternoon on YouTube. This is game number 3. There's a foul ball from Jackson, fouled off to our right. Game number 1 this morning started at 9 o'clock, and it was Greensboro, North Carolina getting beat by Covina, California, 10-3. And game number 2 that just wrapped up about an hour and a half ago, it was the Czech Republic getting the 10-0 win over Bay County, Michigan. This is game 3. One more game to come this evening here at Rent One Park. And that will be Tijuana, Mexico, taking on the area host team, Southern Illinois. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Trevor Jackson here in game number 3. Brownsville, Texas was the winner of the South Zone. They're located in Brownsville, about 1,119 miles south of our location here in Marion. The pitch hit on the ground toward short, should be 2. Throw to second in time. The throw to first won't be in time. They do get the lead runner on the fielder's choice as they get Riley Green 6-4 on the putout. Trevor Jackson reaches on the fielder's choice, and that's going to bring up the number 3 batter, center fielder Cole Freeman. On deck, Mason Goins. If we run down the rest of the lineup for Marion, in left field it'll be David Lee, third baseman Chase Austin. Then Lucas Schrum doing the catching. Cooper Thompson, the designated hitter. Right fielder Luke Daly. And Nehemiah Goodman doing the pitching for this Marion team. At the plate, Cole Freeman, the center fielder. The runner at first, the 1-0 pitch. Pop foul down the right side, out of play. Evens up the count 1-1. Brownsville, Texas, a population of 183,000 people. The city motto of Brownsville, Texas, on the border by the sea. Here's the 1-1 pitch, called strike. Strike 2, 1-2. Texas has made 27 Colt World Series appearances. They have 6 titles. Pasadena, Texas has made the most Colt World Series appearances with 1 title. Pitch outside and a stolen base from Trevor Jackson as he dove headfirst into second base, but the pitch was high and outside, and catcher Juan Gonzalez had to jump up for that. Brownsville's only attended the Colt World Series twice. That was 2016 and 2018. Another ground ball to short. They have the runner caught up in between the bag, and what a job by Trevor Jackson to avoid the tag. The third baseman, Marquand, tried to tag him, ran at him and tried to tag him about 10 feet short of the bag, and Jackson was able to dodge out of the way of the tag and able to get into the bag at third, safe. And so an infield single now by Cole Freeman, and that's going to bring up Mason Goins. Goins bats from the right side, and he's got a chance to drive in a run here as the first pitch is a called strike. And Marion wasting no time as they're burning up the base paths. 2 stolen bases as Cole Freeman takes off on the pitch, and he's at second base. So 2 in scoring position here in the top of the first. Here's the pitch from Gutierrez. Swing and a miss from Goins. 82-mile-an-hour fastball from Juan Gutierrez. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Bounces it in and gets away from the catcher. A run's going to come across the plate as Trevor Jackson scores on from third. And Freeman is able to advance to third on the wild pitch. And Marion leads the game 1-0 here in the top of the first. Freeman's the runner at third. Goins the batter at the plate. Here's the 1-2 pitch with 1 out. Inside, evens the count 2-2. Goins from Christopher, Illinois. He bats here with an opportunity to drive in a run with 1 out. The 2-2 pitch. In the dirt, gets away again. Here comes Freeman. He's going to score from third, and the bases are cleared. And Marion leads this game 2-0. That will be a passed ball, not a wild pitch. So a wild pitch and a passed ball allow 2 runs to score from third base. And it's a 2-0 lead for the host city, Marion, here in the top of the first inning. Goins waits on the full count pitch with 1 out. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 85-mile-an-hour fastball from Gutierrez. That is out number 2. Left fielder number 33, David Lee, will come to the plate. The first pitch from Gutierrez, high and outside for a ball. This Brownsville, Texas team played here last year in the 2018 Colt World Series. They beat this Marion team 9-6 a year ago. This Marion team, not exactly the same team they played, as it's an all-star team put together by the city of Marion. Swing and a miss. Count now 1-2. The region gets 2 entries into the Colt World Series, the city of Marion and then a Southern Illinois team. They'll play tonight when they take on Tijuana, Mexico. Here's the 1-2. Outside for a ball, evens the count 2-2. Swing and a miss and a strikeout of David Lee swinging. 2 strikeouts for Juan Gutierrez, but Marion scores 2 runs on a wild pitch and a pass ball. We're heading to the bottom of the first. Brownsville, Texas, coming to bat here at the Colt World Series. Back at Brentwood Park, I'm Dave McKenzie. Bottom of the first coming up. Brownsville, Texas, the home team. They're coming to bat here for the first time. Leading off, it's going to be Juan Rivera, the shortstop. Then it'll be the catcher, Rodolfo Gonzalez. Hitting third, first baseman, Eduardo Guerrero. And then batting in the cleanup spot, center fielder, Noah Villarreal. Hitting fifth, first baseman, Mario Salinas. Sixth, third baseman, Jacob Mariclon. Designated hitter batting seventh, Salvador Lopez. Hitting eighth, right fielder Jose Gutierrez. And then hitting ninth, second baseman Damian Cortez. Rivera, Gonzalez, Guerrero to lead things off. On the mound for the Marion, Illinois team is Nehemiah Goodman. The right-hander wears number 50. And the first pitch, two pitches are taken for balls. Here's the 2-0. Off the plate, 3-0. Defensively, for Marion, it's Lee in left field, Freeman in center, Daly in right. And on 4 straight pitches, Juan Rivera walks to lead things off for Brownsville. They trail it 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. Rodolfo Gonzalez digs in from the right side with nobody out and a runner on. On the infield for Marion, it's Austin, Jackson, King, and Goins from third to first. Schramm behind the plate, Lucas Schramm. And Nehemiah Goodman on the mound. Works from the stretch with a runner at first to throw over, not in time. 2 runs on 1 hit, top of the first for Marion. Brownsville batting here for the first time in the game. The pitch hits Gonzalez. So the first 2 runners reach. And that's going to bring up Eduardo Guerrero. And the coach of Marion, Brent Jackson, wants to go out to talk to his pitcher, settle him down. Thrown 6 pitches, all 6 have been balls to start the game. That's also how we saw game number 2 start. As it was the Czech Republic getting the 10-0 win, 10-run rule. Czech Republic had 10 runs on 7 hits, 1 error. Bay County shut out, no runs on 3 hits, gave up 1 error. So the talk with this pitcher, Nehemiah Goodman, is complete. Brent Jackson heads back to the dugout. As we said, Eduardo Guerrero will be at the plate. Runners at first and second. Rivera, the runner at second. Gonzalez at first. Here's the first pitch to Guerrero. Hits him on the left arm. Back-to-back hit by pitches. And the bases are going to be loaded for the cleanup hitter, Noah Villarreal. And quickly, Brent Jackson gets his bullpen to run across the field. They're going to head to the bullpens located here at Rentwan Park in right field. Rentwan Park has AstroTurf Field. It is 320 down each line, left and right field. It's 400 to straightaway center. We have a slight breeze blowing in as we look at the flags out in center field. Each of the flags for the countries represented here at the Colt World Series, 4 international teams. First pitch, that's the first strike from Nehemiah Goodman, who breathes a sigh of relief as he walks back up on top of the mound. Here's the 0-1. Up high for a ball, evens the count 1-1. 2-0 the score. Marion scores 2 in the top of the first. And Brownsville, Texas with a great opportunity here in the bottom of the first. Swing and a miss. 79-mile-an-hour pitch from Goodman. The count 1-2 now. On deck is Mario Salinas. That pitch misses. Evens the count 2-2. 88 degrees at first pitch. Partly cloudy skies, just a great day for baseball. Off the plate misses and the count full now. A year ago, temperatures were in the upper 90s. Heat index around 105 to 110 and about 120 on the turf. It was miserable hot a year ago. This ball's fouled off, out of play to the right. Especially these 3 o'clock games a year ago. But this weekend, perfect weather for baseball. A 3-2 pitch from Nehemiah Goodman. Fouled off again, back-to-back fouls from Villarreal. Rivera the runner at third. Gonzalez at second. Guerrero at first. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout for Nehemiah Goodman. And the first out of the inning. And that's going to bring up Mario Salinas. The first baseman. He hits in the 5-hole here for Coach Arnaldo Prunetta. First pitch from Goodman up high for a ball. This ball's lined into left field, base hit. 1 run's going to score. They're going to hold the runner up at third. And Brownsville has cut the lead in half with the first run here in the bottom of the first. A single from Salinas. As Rivera comes across the plate. Quinn is the batter with the bases loaded and 1 down now. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Strike on the outside. Corner of the plate, 81-mile-an-hour fastball from Goodman. That evens up the count 1-1. Marroquin hits from the right side. The pitch, swing, chopper, down to third base line. It's going to be foul. The count now 1-2 with 1 out. Here's the pitch up high. 2-2. Marroquin, 16 years old. He's a junior in high school. Goes to Jacob Israel Marroquin, or that's his full name rather. The pitch a little bit low. 3-2. He's a Yankees fan. Javier Baez, his favorite player. He also likes to play baseball, basketball, and golf. That's my man right there. Pitch is up high. That's a walk, and that's going to walk in a run. As Gonzalez comes in from third. Guerrero no at third. Salinas at second. Marroquin. Is at first, and the designated hitter, Salvador Lopez. He's going to bat with 1 down. This ball's hit on the ground through the hole at third. 1 run is in. And everybody gets held up again. An RBI single on the first pitch from Salvador Lopez. Has tied this game up. And that's going to be it for Goodman. With 1 out, Brent Jackson has to go to his bullpen right off the get-go. And it's a 3-2 Brownsville game. Coach Brent Jackson's going to go to number 8. That is Sebastian Calger. Calger wears number 8. Nehemiah Goodman goes just 1/3 of an inning. He gives up 2 hits. He walked 2. He struck out 1 in 1/3 of an inning. He also hit back-to-back batters. And Brownsville, Texas has a 3-2 lead. Don't forget, you can keep up to date on everything that happens here at the Colt World Series. Make sure you go to the website, coltworldseries.org. Keep up to date on the brackets, get links to the games, and every single game of this Colt World Series will be broadcast here on YouTube, and we appreciate you watching. Make sure you send your friends and neighbors, family, the link to the game so you can watch along here in the Colt World Series. Base hit into left field. 1 run is in. That's a hard hit ball. And everybody's safe, and Salinas comes in to score from third. So that's 2 base hits in a row. The 3rd base hit of the game. Damian Cortez is the batter, and he fouls the first pitch straight back onto the roof here at Rent One Park. He's the number 9 batter, and he hits here in the first inning. A 4-2 lead. The pitch in for a strike, 0-2. Brownsville scored 4 runs on 3 hits, no errors. This ball's popped up on the infield. The catcher, Schrum, makes the catch right in front of home plate for the 3rd out. Or for the 2nd out, rather. 2 down. And it's the top of the order. It's going to be Juan Rivera. Rivera walked and scored the first run for Brownsville. He bats for the 2nd time here in the first inning with 2 out. Bases loaded. Fouls off the first pitch. 80-mile-an-hour fastball from Sebastian Calger. Calger wears number 8. He's a right-hander. He works from the first base side of the rubber. From the stretch. Looks in. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Quickly 0-2 now to Rivera. Outfield shading him toward right. They're giving him the gap in left center field. He hits it in that gap. He could clear the bases. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. That ball's hit on the ground towards second, fielded there by King. Up and over to Goins for the outs. And the inning ends with 4 runs coming across the plate for Brownsville, Texas. And as we head to the top of the 2nd, Brownsville, Texas leads Marion, Illinois 4-2 at the Colt World Series. Thank you for watching on our YouTube feed here for Colt baseball and softball. So we head to the top of the second inning. Marion coming to bat. They jumped out to a 2-0 lead, but gave up 4 in the bottom of the first. They lead it, or they trail 4-2. And leading off, it's going to be Chase Austin. Austin hits from the left side. The first pitch taken for a ball. Chase playing third base for Marion, Illinois. 2 runs, 1 hit for Marion. 4 runs, 3 hits. This ball's chopped towards second. 2 hopper. Fielded by Rivera. Has trouble getting it out of the glove, but gets it across in time for the putout. And the first out here in the top of the second. Catcher Lucas Schramm comes to the plate. Lucas, Lukas, bats for the first time, wears number 13, and he'll hit from the right side. Defensively, it's Salinas in left, Villarreal in center, Gutierrez in right. Mark one at third, Rivera, Cortez, and Guerrero on the infield. Catchers Juan Gonzalez and Juan Gutierrez is the pitcher. The left-hander's 1-0 pitch, a little bit low, evens the count 1-1. The 2-0 pitch, right down the middle. Strike, 81 mile an hour. Fastball from Gutierrez. This ball's popped up. Shallow right. Jose Gutierrez makes the catch for out number 2. And that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Cooper Thompson. Thompson wearing number 27. Thompson bats from the right side. Here's the 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Evens the count at 1-1. This is game 3 of the tournament here in Marion. One more game for tonight. That comes up at 8 o'clock. As Gutierrez misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Pony Baseball. Pony stands for Protect Our Nation's Youth. And this is the International World Series. Teams from Japan, Mexico, the Czech Republic, who won the game just before this, and Puerto Rico represented here. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Outside for a ball, and Cooper Thompson draws a walk with 2 down, and that's going to bring up the number 9 batter, right fielder, Luke Daly. Daly hits from the left side, and with 2 down and a runner on. After Daly will go to the top of the order, Riley King is in the on-deck circle as Daly fouls this one straight back onto the roof at Rentwan Park. Tonight, coming up at 6 o'clock, will be the ceremonies, the opening ceremonies. All the teams will be on the field with their coaches in their uniforms. The throw across to first is not in time, and Thompson gets back in there. But that takes place at 6 o'clock this evening. The final game tonight at 8 o'clock will pit Tijuana, Mexico, taking on the Southern Illinois team. Then action picks up tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. 4 games on Saturday, along with the Champion League game, which is a special moment. It takes place at 6 o'clock. This ball's fouled off to the left. The count 0-2 now to the number 9 batter, Luke Daly. Special needs players from the Champions League will be playing, and all of the teams participating here in the Colt World Series will be on the field to help out. It's a crazy, incredible game as Luke Daly strikes out looking for the third out. And that's the third strikeout by Juan Gutierrez. We're going to head to the bottom of the second. Brownsville, Texas is going to come up, and they lead this game 4-2 here at the Colt World Series.
Here's the thing about this game. It doesn't matter who you are, how big.
Welcome back to the 2019 Colt World Series in Marion, Illinois. I'm Dave McKenzie. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. It's going to be the catcher, Rodolfo Gonzalez. Bats here in the second inning for Brownsville, Texas. Gonzalez was hit by a pitch his first time up. That was in the first inning. As in the first, Brownsville sent 10 players to the plate. Quickly 2-0 count to Gonzalez. Pitch right down the middle. Sebastian Calger, the pitcher. Right-hander looks in. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Up high for a ball, 3-1. This ball is fouled off. It's going to go out of play. Rudy Gonzalez, the batter. Favorite baseball team, the Houston Astros. This one's lifted down the right side. 3 players give chase, but it falls into foul territory, actually out of play. Bounces back onto the field. Rudy Gonzalez. From Edinburgh, Texas. 15, he's a sophomore in high school. Here's the 3-2 pitch up high, and Gonzalez gets the walk to lead things off here in the second inning. Eduardo Guerrero will be the batter.
Now batting number 2,
Eduardo Guerrero from Hidalgo, Texas. Bats with nobody out. Runner at first. Pitch in the dirt. Off goes the runner. The ball is high down to second from catcher Lucas Schrum. And a stolen base for Rudy Gonzalez. That's the first stolen base here by Brownsville, Texas. The ball's fouled into the netting just behind the dugouts from Brownsville. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. Hit up the middle, back to the pitcher. He fields, throws to third. They're going to get the runner at third. Nice play by Cowger to look at the runner at second who had taken it off on contact. And he was gunned down 1-5 for the first out. Fielder's choice by Guerrero. He reaches on the fielder's choice, and Noah Villarreal is the batter. Nice defensive play there by Sebastian Cowger. That's why they always say, look the runner. And he had taken off on contact. 1 down here in the bottom of the second inning. Cowger steps off. Outfield playing straight away. Lee in left, Freeman in center, Daly in right. Pitch misses just off the plate. 1-1. Austin at third, Jackson at short, King at second, Goins at first. He holds the runner on. Pitch up high. 2-1. They called a balk. So Guerrero gets to head to second. No pitch to the count, back to 1-1. Hit up the middle, base hit. Boy, that balk is big because here comes Guerrero. He's making his way toward home. The ball gets past the center fielder, Freeman, and all the way to third is Villarreal with a triple. I'm sure there will be an error charged on the center fielder, Freeman. That ball was sharply hit on the ground. Freeman comes charging in. The ball goes right over his glove. And so Guerrero comes around to score. Villarreal winds up at third. And Mario Salinas at the plate. This ball back to the pitcher. They come home. They have the runner hung up between third, but they can't make a play. The third baseman, Austin, had trailed the runner down the third base line, and the catcher grabbed the ball, and there was nobody behind the runner as they forced him back to third that he could make a throw to maybe get a tag. He fielded it well, got it to the catcher, and the shortstop was a little tardy in getting over to cover behind third. And so a fielder's choice, or an infield hit rather, by Salinas. They did charge an error on the center fielder, Freeman, on that base hit up the middle. So Villarreal, the runner, at first. Villarreal at third, Salinas at first, and the pitch called strike to Marroquin. Marroquin, rather. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. 1 run in here. In the bottom of the second. Off takes the runner from first. That's Salinas. The ball was fouled. He's going to have to return. Marroquin was walked. He wound up getting stranded back in the first inning in that 4-run first for Brownsville. Here's the 0-2 pitch, way outside, 1-2. Nice job by Lucas Schrum, the catcher, to stop that ball. With 1 down, the 1-2 pitch now. It's lined in the hole. Shortstop dives, makes the stop, but he throws the ball into right field, and so that's going to allow the runner to head to third. Villarreal scores from third. Mario Salinas, who he was trying to get out at second, winds up going to third. Brent Jackson has to go out to talk to his infield. Couple of costly mistakes here have cost this Marion team some runs. Both runs, actually. Now, this is a team that probably hasn't been together but about 2 weeks, as they were put together specifically for this tournament. So they're still learning how each other moves, how each other plays. And now, Salvador Lopez, the designated hitter, he had a single his first time up and an RBI. He comes to the plate with runners at first and third. That was an error on the shortstop, E6. The pitch off the catcher's glove. Here comes the runner home. The throw to the plate, not in time out. It's kind of behind the pitcher up the first base line. And so Salinas was able to slide in safely. Maricopa winds up at second. That'll be a passed ball as that ball tipped off the catcher's glove. And Lopez now another RBI opportunity, a runner at second. The 1-0 hit up the middle to the pitcher. Bounced there, throws to first, gets the out. And the runner, Mariquin, goes to third. 1-3 on the putout. And that's the second out of the inning. And now Jose Gutierrez comes to the plate. 7-2 the score. It's the first pitch from Calgary outside for a ball. The 10-run rule, if you're already thinking that, 10 runs after 5. Swing and a miss, pitch way outside. As Gutierrez went fishing there. Evens the count 1-1 with 2 outs. That ball's hit up the middle. There's another RBI for Gutierrez. Singles to center. And the 8th hitter to bat here in the second inning for Brownsville, Texas, will come to the plate. The number 9 batter, Damian Cortez, wears number 45. First time up, he popped out to the catcher for out number 2 in the first. Gutierrez, the runner at first. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Calgary. Swing and a miss. Foul tip. Caught the catcher, Schrum. He's going to have to walk this one off. As the home plate umpire goes out, hands the ball to Sebastian Calgary to give the catcher that courtesy time he needs to shake that off. And even though this is an AstroTurf field, the umpire even cleans off home plates. There are some little black rubber pellets that wind up on the plate. With 2 down, the 0-2 pitch. Changeup popped up on the infield. Catcher goes back. Schrum under it, makes the catch for out number 3. Brownsville, Texas wind up scoring 4 more here in the second inning. As we head to the top of the third, they lead 8-2 here at the Colt World Series on YouTube.
What is pony baseball and softball? It's this. It's playing the best brands of youth baseball and softball in the world. It's building relationships that will last with you for the rest of your life.
To display a spirit of clean competition, hard work, and initiative.
Most important, it's having the time of your life with your friends, no matter your skill level. Join Pony Baseball and Softball today for the 2019 season. Everyone deserves the chance to learn and play the game. Pony, making a difference in your community and all over our world.
Top of the third inning here at Route 1 Park. I'm Dave McKenzie. And Texas leads Marion, Illinois, 8-2. It's going to be the top of the order for the Marion squad. Riley Green, Trevor Jackson, Cole Freeman. If anybody gets on, Mason Goins. Marion has 2 runs on 1 hit. They've committed 2 errors. Both of those errors came there in the second inning. Brownsville has 8 runs on 6 hits. Have yet to commit an error.
Now back the second baseman, number 14, Riley King.
This is game number 3 of this tournament. Game number 3 of the day. A 3 o'clock start. Of course, Colt World Series. The first ever World Series was held in 1953 at Martins Ferry, Ohio. And the winner that year was Canton, Ohio. World Series established its home in Lafayette, Indiana in 1973, where it was held for 44 years. And then it was moved here to Marion a year ago. As pop fly lifted to the right side, second baseman Cortez makes a nice play as he comes over to make the catch. 1 down in the third, and Trevor Jackson will come to the plate. Tournament director is Steve Miller. Tournament chairman Kathy Perry. A year ago, you had Levittown, Puerto Rico, who wound up winning the championship here. Bay City, Michigan, Seoul, Korea, Greensboro, North Carolina. This ball's popped up. Middle of the infield. Who's going to call it? The shortstop, Rivera, comes over, takes charge, makes the catch for the second out. Brownsville, Texas was here in 2018. Marion, of course. Mazatlan, Mexico. The Netherlands and Covina, California. And then the Southern Illinois team. Levittown, Puerto Rico won this Colt World Series a year ago. The first pitch to Cole Freeman, called strike. 2017, the Netherlands won the championship. 2016, Tijuana, Mexico. Swing and a miss. 0-2 at the 82-mile-an-hour fastball from Juan Gutierrez. Rio Piedras, Puerto Rico won in 2015. Swing and a miss for the strikeout of Freeman. 3 up, 3 down. For Marion, Illinois, we are going to head to the bottom of the third. Brownsville, Texas leads Marion 8-2 at the Colt World Series being presented on YouTube. Brownsville's going to come to bat here in the bottom of the third inning. They already have a 6-run lead, 8-2 over Marion. It's going to be Juan Rivera, the leadoff batter here in the third inning. Top of the order for Brownsville. Rodolfo Gonzalez and Eduardo Guerrero will also bat if anybody gets on. Cleanup hitter center fielder Noah Villarreal. So we have players coming back in toward the dugout from the bullpen in right field. Eight to 2 the score here in the bottom of the third inning. First pitch from Sebastian Calger outside for a ball. Pitch right in the same spot, 2-0. They're giving Rivera left center field. They're shaded toward right. Pitch, 74 mile an hour from Calger, a called strike. The count now 2-1. Left field pulled over, guarding the line and left. This ball's lifted foul on the left side. It's going to go out of play, though. The count now even 2-2. 22 games over the course of 6 days here at Rentwan Park will name the Colt World Series champion. Off speed, check foul. Keeps the count 2-2. This is a double elimination tournament. We'll run down the schedule for the games so far today, where that places them. And of course, you can go to ColtWorldSeries.org and find an updated bracket as a pitch misses inside. Game 1 started at 9 o'clock this morning, and it was Covina, California, beating Greensboro, North Carolina 10-3. Covina moves over to the right. They're going to take on Levittown, Puerto Rico. That is going to be tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Back-to-back fouls now from Rivera. Greensboro, North Carolina will take on the loser of this game. And that game will be at 12 noon on Saturday. The Czech Republic, as Rivera picks up the walk, Rudy Gonzalez is going to come to the plate. Number 7 bats from the right side. Now the Czech Republic, they got that 10-0 win over Bay County, Michigan. They are going to take on Okinawa, Japan. That game is going to be at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. And with a loss, Bay County, Michigan will take on the loser of the game tonight between Southern Illinois and Mexico. 1-0 pitch misses outside, 2-0. The runner at first is Rivera. So that's how the bracket breaks out. But again, you can follow along at ColtWorldSeries.org and find an updated bracket. Here's the 2-0. The runner takes off for second. The throw down is in time. Nice job from Lucas Schrum to gun down the runner Rivera at second. 2-4 on the put out for the first out after Rivera walks to lead off. And with one down, here's the 3-0 count to Rudy Gonzalez. 4 straight pitches, and he walks. Nice throw from Lucas Schrum. Right on the money, second baseman. King, all he had to do was lay the glove down. The runner slid right into it for out number 1. Eduardo Guerrero comes to the plate. He crowns the plate. Pops this one toward the gap in right center field. That's going to get down. Both the right fielder and the left fielder give chase. It's finally grabbed by the right fielder, Daly. And Eduardo Guerrero with a stand-up double. It's going to bring up Noah Villarreal. And Brent Jackson's going to go to his bullpen. With one down, trailing 8-2, and runners at second and third. Sebastian Calgar gets a nice round of applause from the home fans here in Marion. The players come out and shake his hand. It's going to be number 17, Braden Watts, coming into the game.
On the mound for Marion, Illinois, number 17, Braden Watts.
Watts comes in to relieve Sebastian Calgar. Calgar relieved the starter, Nehemiah Goodman, with only one out in the first inning. Goodman worked a third of an inning, gave up 4 runs. Calgar gave up 4 runs in the second inning. And now it's Braden Watts that checks in here in the bottom of the third. And 1 down. Watts is a left-hander. So Braden Watts goes through his warm-ups, and it's going to be Noah Villarreal.
Number 15, Noah Villarreal.
He's got runners at second and third. The first pitch is off the plate for a ball. 74-mile-an-hour pitch from Watts. Gonzalez, the runner at third. Guerrero is the runner at second. There's 1 out. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Pitch way outside, 2-0. It's an 8-2 Brownsville lead. Brownsville has 8 runs on 7 hits. Marion has 2 runs on 1 hit. This ball's fouled into the netting. 2-1 the count now. The pitch taken for a ball, 3-1. Once again, this Marion team, an all-star team from the Marion baseball area. And 4 pitches, or excuse me, 4 balls. Villarreal walks, and the bases are loaded. And that's going to bring up Mario Salinas. Salinas singled in the first, singled in the second. And he bats with the bases loaded here, 1 out in the bottom of the third. Called strike, the throw down to third behind the runner, Gonzalez. Not in time. Lucas Schrum thought Gonzalez had gotten a little far down the line. With one out, the 0-1 pitch from the left-hander Braden Watts. Strike two. 0-2 now to Mario Salinas. Braden Watts has that strike zone sighted in now. And here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on the foul tip at the plate. 2 down. Big cut from Salinas. But he doesn't get it, and now Jacob Marquin digs in on the right side with 2 down. The pitch outside for a ball. A lot of baseball over the course of the next 5 days, 5.5 days. 22 games a possibility. Pitch up high, 2-0. 4 games today, 4 games on Saturday. Then Sunday, elimination days, we'll have 5 games. Watts misses outside, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. To Marquin, way outside for a ball, and that's going to walk in a run. Gonzalez scores from third. Guerrero, Eduardo Guerrero, he moves over to third. Villarreal at second. Salvador Lopez is the batter now with the bases loaded, 2 down. Lopez singled in the first. Hits this ball into center field, drops in for a base hit. 1 run comes in. Here comes 2. The throw into third, not in time. A nice slide by Marquin at third. And a 2-run RBI double. It'll be a single as Lopez actually went to second on the throw. Guerrero scores from third. Villarreal scores from second. Marquin winds up at third. Good base running there. And Jose Gutierrez comes to the plate. 2 outs. Pitch outside for a ball. (11-2) the score. Brownsville scored 4 in the first, 4 in the second. They've scored 3 here in the third. Marion came out and scored 2 in the top of the first inning. They've chilled out since that first. Here's the 2-0. Nice pitch, 74, called strike. Runners second and third. 2-1 pitch. Popped up in the air toward left. Shortstop goes out. Left fielder comes in, makes the catch for the 3rd out. 3 runs across here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And as we head to the top of the 4th, Marion trails Brownsville, Texas, 11-2 here at the Colt World Series in Marion, Illinois.
It's the excitement of the crowd, the crack of a bat, the sound of your own heartbeat, the roar of the engines. The spirit of competition runs deep here, from the dirt track to the cheap seats. Whether you're screaming from the stands or taking your place in the limelight, Southern Illinois is your ticket to all the action. The sports venues and recreational facilities for whatever your obsession is. Come to cheer, come to challenge yourself, but discover so much more when you visit SI.
Welcome back to Brentwood Park, home of the Southern Illinois Miners, the Canadian Wild of Southern Illinois. The Canadian Wild actually Team Canada in softball, and they are in Lima, Peru to play in the Pan Am Games. They play their first game this weekend. This is also the home of the Ohio Valley Conference Championship here at Rent One Park, and various concerts throughout the year. Big concert weekend about 2 weekends ago here at Rent One Park. One of the nice things is this field will be getting a brand new turf coming up in October, once at the conclusion of the baseball season. This field being used for the 14th season this year, and it sees baseball action starting in March all the way through September. And it's held up very, very well. But we'll have new turf here at Rent One Park coming up 2020. I'm Dave McKenzie. 11-2 the score. Marion is going to come to the plate here in the top of the fourth inning. It's going to be Mason Goins to lead things off. David Lee, then Chase Austin. And if anybody gets on, Lucas Schrum is scheduled to bat. Mason Goins at the plate. Struck out his first time up. That was in the first. First pitch is taken inside for a ball. Here is the 1-0 pitch. Bounces it in there, 2-0. New pitcher for Brownsville, Texas. This ball's hit right back up the middle for a single. Hard hit liner by Goins. And he leads off the top of the fourth with a base hit. Kyle Pruneda. Kyle Pruneda comes on here in the top of the fourth inning. He's going to face David Lee with a runner at first in Goins. This pitch is popped up. It's going to be out of play right below us here. Going to have to remember to bring me a fishing net. I've had several opportunities this year to snag a foul ball right below our broadcast booth here. Let's go as Lee fouls second pitch off. He's down 0-2. Here is that 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss and a strikeout. 3 pitches. And David Lee strikes out for the first out.
Now batting number 23, the third baseman.
That's the 4th strikeout Brownsville has had against Marion. The first pitch to Chase Austin. Number 23, the third baseman. Austin hits from the left side. He's got Goins, the runner at first, with 1 out. This ball's hit on the ground. Second baseman dives, can't make the stop. Single into right field. And Goins is safe at second. Chase Austin safe at first after the base hit. And it's going to be the catcher, Lucas Schrum, that's going to come to the plate.
At the plate, the catcher, Lucas Schrum.
Schrum hits from the right side. Turn around and they try to throw back on Goins. He gets in easily at the bag at second. 2 runners on. Mason Goins at second. Chase Austin, the runner at first. Here's the pitch up high, taken for a ball. The 1-0. Hit on the line toward left. In comes the left fielder. Makes the catch, Salinas. And they throw back into second to try to get Goins. He gets back in there safe. But Schrum is out on the liner to left field for the second out.
The designated hitter, number 27.
Cooper Thompson is the batter now. 11-2 the score. The pitch to Thompson up high for a ball. Called strike. Pernita comes in to pitch the fourth inning. Swing and a miss. 69-mile-an-hour pitch from Pernita. And he's ahead of the count now, 1-2. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, gets the strikeout of Thompson for the third out of the inning. So a single by Goins, a single by Chase Austin. And Marion can't push one across. We're going to head to the bottom of the fourth inning. And Brownsville, Texas is going to come to the plate with an 11-2 lead here in the Colt World Series in Marion, Illinois. Brownsville, Texas comes to bat here in the bottom of the fourth inning. They have a 9-run lead. They have scored 11 runs. They lead 11-2, and it's going to be pinch hitter. It's going to be Maximo Barraza. I like that name, Maximo. He comes to bat for the first time here in the fifth inning. Hits from the right side. Braden Watts continues to throw here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Watts. Bounces that one in. 3-0. Once again, Brownsville, Texas, they won the South Zone Championship. The 3-0 pitch in for a strike. Brownsville, Texas, site of many battles in the Mexican-American War. And the Brownsville urban area is one of the fastest growing in the United States as Watts misses outside and walks Maximo Barraza to lead off this fifth inning, or the fourth inning, excuse me.
Now batting the shortstop, number 3, Juan Rivera.
Top of the order we go, Juan Rivera. Rivera walked in the first, grounded out in the, batted twice in the first. He walked and then grounded out to end the first inning. Then he batted in the third and was walked. He bats here with nobody out. Runner at first. The pitch popped in the air towards center. Freeman, the center fielder, comes in, makes the catch for the first out. And that's going to bring up Rudy Gonzalez. Gonzalez. He was hit by a pitch in the first, walked in the second, walked in the third. He scored 2 runs, and he hits from the right side with 1 down. Pitch way high and outside from Braden Watts, ball 1. And in my notes here, talking about Brownsville, Texas, it says Brownsville is one of the least expensive places to live in the United States as they throw down to first behind Barraza. He's able to get in. Mason Goins, the first baseman for Marion. 2 balls, no strikes. That pitch catches the outside corner for a strike. 2-1 now. Brownsville, Texas, located on the western Gulf Coast in southern Texas. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the 4th inning, 11-2 game. This ball hit towards center. Center fielder Freeman gets under it, makes the catch. 2 down. So the last 2 fly out to center. And now Eduardo Guerrero will be the batter. Oh, actually a pinch hitter.
Number 6, Angel Solis.
Angel Solis, the batter. Solis is going to hit here in the 4th inning, replacing Eduardo Guerrero as he takes pitch outside, ball 1, evens the count 1-1. Barraza, the runner at first. He's being held on. Pitch way outside, 2-1 now. This is game number 3 here today in Marion on day 1 of the Colt World Series. The 4th and final game will be at 8 o'clock tonight. The ball's a little bit low, 3-1. That game will feature the Southern Illinois team taking on Tijuana, Mexico. A pitch inside, and Solis picks up the walk. Barraza, the runner at first, makes his way towards second. And now Noah Villarreal.
Now batting number 15, the center fielder, Noah Villarreal.
With 2 down. First pitch to Villarreal in for a strike. We'll have that game coming up at 8 o'clock tonight. This ball's chopped on the ground toward third. Fielded there, throw over to second to get the out. And close out the inning. The play went 5-4 on the putout at second. And we are going to head to the top of the 5th inning. It's 11-2. Brownsville over Marion here at the Colt World Series.
What if I told you it's possible to capture the sun, to hold it in your hand, to pour it, to experience it? Here, the sun shines on hand-tended vineyards and is barreled and stored in underground tunnels. And when you're ready, it's mixed with all the live music and atmosphere you can handle. It's not only possible to catch the sun and bottle it, but there's a place where it's already done for you. To find out more, visit si.com.
Here we are, the top of the 5th inning. Batting for Marion is the right fielder, Luke Daly. Ball's hit on the ground towards second. Barraza's there, throws to first, throws it away. The ball goes into the dugout, into the crowd, the seats to the right. And so that's going to be a throwing error on Barraza. E4. Second baseman makes the error. Top of the order. It's going to be Riley King now with the runner in scoring position. Marion has not scored since the first inning. They scored 2 in the first. Ball's hit hard on the ground toward third. Fielded there and across in time to get King at first. Nice job by Marquine. Looking the runner back at second. Slings it across for the first out. And now Trevor Jackson will come to the plate for Marion. Luke Daly, the runner at second. This ball's lined toward right field. It's over the right fielder's head. It's going to go all the way to the ball, down into the corner. Jackson rounds second, makes his way toward third, and the throw is just now getting back. A stand-up triple for Trevor Jackson brings Luke Daly home. And Marion scores the first run since the first inning.
At the plate, the center fielder, number 1, Cole.
The RBI for Trevor Jackson. And now Cole Freeman is the batter. The center fielder singled in the first, struck out in the third. And he takes this pitch down low for a ball, evens the count 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Hit on the ground, left side, third baseman. Throws across in time, doesn't even look at the runner at third. And Marion brings across their 4th run at the game. Jackson scores on the putouts. And there's 2 down now. Mason Goins, the first baseman, digs in. Mason struck out in the first, singled, got stranded at second in the 4th inning. He pops this one toward the gap in right center field. Who's going to get there? The right fielder goes out. Long run. What a catch by Jose Gutierrez in right field. He went a long way into the gap to track that one down, and he makes the catch for the 3rd out. And that's going to end the top of the 5th inning. And as we head to the bottom of the 5th, it is an 11-4 game. Brownsville leads Marion here at the Colt World Series. Bottom of the 5th inning here in Marion. An 11-4 ball game. Brownsville, Texas leads Marion, Illinois here in Game 3 of the Colt World Series. A new pitcher for Marion. It's going to be Cale Cameron. The right-hander comes in here in the 5th inning. His first pitch to Mario Salinas. A called strike. Salinas in the game. Singled in the first, singled in the second, struck out in the third, and fouls this pitch off down toward the Marion dugout, toward the left side. It's 4 runs on 4 hits for Marion. They've committed 2 errors. 11 runs on 8 hits for Brownsville. This ball's hit on the ground toward third, fielded by Austin. Throw across to Goins in time for the first out. 1 up, 1 down. And now Jacob Markin.
At the plate, number 41, Jacob Marroquin.
Markin is at the plate. Ball's a little bit low. 1 ball, no strikes. Ball's popped up on the left side. Left fielder Lee, David Lee, floats to his left, camps under, makes the catch. 2 down. And now Salvador Lopez, the designated hitter. Steps to the plate. The first pitch taken for a ball. 1 ball, no strike. Popped straight back, right below us again. Oh, off the fence. It does hit the netting. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This is lined towards center. Second baseman, oh, King got a glove on it. And the ball hits off his glove. The throw to second, not in time. Heads up base running by Salvador Lopez. But what a great effort by Riley King as he went back, leapt, and the ball hit right off the palm of the glove. I would score that a single. That was a tough play. We'll see how the official score does it. So Lopez winds up at second, and Jose Gutierrez is the batter. We got 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Pop up on the right side. It's going to wind up out of play. Sun kind of tough right now on the fielders, especially on the right side. Mason Goins, the first baseman, he looked up. He didn't see where the ball was at all. He was asking for help from his pitcher. Cale Cameron and the catcher, Lucas Schrum. Fortunately, the ball about 2 rows deep. And now Mason Goins has the sunglasses on. No balls, 1 strike with 2 out, a runner at second. That's Lopez. Cameron steps off, looks back at Lopez, forces him back to the bag. Ball gets away from the catcher. And Lopez thought about taking off for third. He decided better, went back to the bag at second. 6 o'clock tonight, we'll have the opening ceremonies here at Rent One Park. All the players, all the coaches will be in full uniform. All the teams will be introduced, all 10 teams. And then the final game of the evening will be at 8 o'clock tonight when Tijuana, Mexico takes on Southern Illinois. This ball's hit on the ground toward short. Fielded by Jackson and across in time for the 3rd out. We are going to go to the top of the 6th inning. Marion is coming to bat. They trail in this game 11-4. It's game number 3 of the Colt World Series in Marion, Illinois. Eleven to 4 the score here in Marion. We are in the top of the 6th inning. And it's going to be David Lee, the left fielder for Marion, Chase Austin, and Lucas Schrum. If anybody gets on, designated hitter Cooper Thompson. That's who's scheduled to bat here in the top of the 6th inning. Marion has 4 runs on 4 hits. They've committed 2 errors in the game. Brownsville, Texas has hung 11 runs on the board, 9 hits. They've committed 1 error. Changeup stays up. Evens the count 1-1. Kyle Pernita, the pitcher for Brownsville, working his 2nd inning of work. This ball's hit on the ground toward third. Marquin with it and across in time for the out. 1 down here in the top of the 6th inning. And Marion's 3rd baseman, Chase Austin, comes to the plate. Number 23 grounded out. His first time up, that was back in the 2nd. He singled in the 4th. He hits from the left side, and he lines this one out of play. Don't forget to visit ColtWorldSeries.org for all the information on this 2019 Colt World Series. International competition at its best. Right here in Marion, Illinois, Southern Illinois. Beautiful day, partly cloudy skies right now. Check our temperature. This ball is lifted in the air toward left, lined out, and caught by Mario Salinas. 2 down, and Lucas Schrum is the batter. It's 86 degrees. And what's nice is the real feel says it's 86 degrees as well. Low humidities in the region. Should be this way pretty much throughout the weekend. 2 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Lucas Schrum, the catcher, he digs in the right side of the batter's box. Here's the 0-1. Up above his head, evens the count 1-1. Schrum today popped out to right, lined out to left, back in the 4th inning. And he hits this one on the ground. Diving stop by the 3rd baseman. Up with it across. What a great play from Marquin as he makes the play and the throw in time to get Schrum 3 up, 3 down. We are heading to the bottom of the 6th. Brownsville leads Marion 11-4. This is the 2019 Colt World Series. Bottom of the 6th inning action here at Rittman Park. I'm Dave McKenzie. Brownsville bats here with an 11-4 lead in the bottom of the 6th inning. Cale Cameron stays in to pitch this 6th for the team from Marion, Illinois. Four runs, 4 hits for Marion with 2 errors. Brownsville has 11 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error in the game. Defensively, behind Cameron, you have Lee in left, Freeman in center. That ball is hammered up the third base line. Fair ball down into the corner as Barraza makes his way to second. He slides in under the tag. Nice job by Lee to dig that ball out and get that throw in, but Barraza leads off the 6th inning with a double.
At the plate, number 3, the shortstop.
Top of the order now, Juan Rivera will come to the plate with the runner at second, nobody down. Pitch from Cameron is a little bit low. Rivera walked. He actually came to bat twice in the first inning. Walked, and then he grounded out. He hits this one in the air towards center. Center fielder Freeman comes over to make the catch. 1 down. And Rudy Gonzalez will be the batter.
Number 7, Rodolfo Gonzalez.
Rudy hits from the right side. It's got the runner at second now. Hits this one toward the gap in right center field. Can the right fielder get there? He does. That's Daly. Nice job by Daly to get over and make that catch for the second out. Thought that had a chance to get down, but Daly makes the catch in the gap. And there's 2 down, and first baseman Angel Solis is at the plate. Solis came into the game in the 4th inning. This one's hit on the ground toward first. Nice pick by Mason Goins. Flips it to his pitcher. And after the leadoff double, it's 1-2-3 as we make our way to the 7th inning. Marion's got a lot of work to do. As they're trailed by 7 runs. They need 7 to tie, or that's the ball game. We are heading to the top of the 7th inning. 11-4 the score here at the Colt World Series. It's going to be Cooper Thompson, Luke Daly, and top of the order, Riley King.
27, Cooper Thompson.
Marion needs some runs, and they need a bunch of them right here in the top of the 7th. Cal Pernita stays on to pitch for Brownsville, Texas. Marion scored 2 runs in the first, and they scored 2 runs in the 5th. This is game number 3 of the day as the pitch is up high, 1-2 now. Game number 4 will take place tonight at 8 o'clock. We'll have full coverage for you right here on our YouTube channel starting at 8. Pitch in the dirt evens the count 2-2. Tijuana, Mexico is going to be taking on the team from Southern Illinois. 8 o'clock is the first pitch. I believe we'll also have coverage of the opening ceremonies at 6 o'clock right here. Cooper Thompson picks up a leadoff walk. Luke Daly will be the batter. Daly struck out in the second. He reached on an error in the fifth. He also scored in that fifth inning. This ball's hit on the ground toward short. Could be two. Now they throw to first. And they don't get an out there as well as the throw was up the line. Luke Daly's safe. That'll be a throwing error on the shortstop. E6. So the walk, an error, and there's 2 runners on with nobody out. Top of the order, Riley King, the second baseman. King singled in the first, popped out in the third, grounded out in the fifth. Riley King hits from the right side. First pitch is called strike. Here's the 0-1. Popped up on the left side. Third baseman, Marroquin, there, makes the catch for the first out. Trevor Jackson's going to come to the plate. 11-4 ball game as we've had here in the top of the 7th inning. Marion is the visiting team in this game. With 1 out, the pitch. He fouls that off the right side onto the concourse. Kids down. Ball hits off the wall, and the last guy behind grabs hold of it. And in this league, it's not like you see in the major leagues or the minor leagues where ball into the stands, you get to keep here. You turn it in, and you get a coupon for $10 off at Dick's Sporting Goods, which is awesome. Dick's one of the sponsors of Colt Baseball, Pony League Baseball, softball. Pony, which stands for Protect Our Nation's Youth, founded back in 1951, Washington, Pennsylvania. Here we are in 2019. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Hit on the ground, up the middle. That's into center field for a base hit. And they hold up the runners. Oh, what a nice play by the catcher, Gonzalez. The throw from center fielder Lopez came in hot and high. And Gonzalez had to make a special jump just to get that ball. So a single from Trevor Jackson. And don't look now, but the bases are loaded for Marion. And Cole Freeman comes to the plate. Freeman singled in the first, struck out in the third, grounded out in the fifth. Ducks all around. Here with 1 out in the top of the 7th. Freeman bats from the right side. Kyle Pernita, the pitcher, the right-hander deals. Outside corner called strike. 2-1. This pitch up high. 3-1. A walk's a run for Marion. And the host city trying to make this game interesting. There is a walk. And a run's going to come across. as Thompson Cooper steps on the plate. Luke Daly goes to third. Trevor Jackson goes to second. And the bases remained loaded for Mason Goins. Goins is the cleanup hitter, the first baseman. His first pitch outside corner called strike. Kyle Prunita, the pitcher. Nobody warming up in the bullpen for Brownsville. That pitch inside. The count now 1-1. Outfield is playing straight away. Goins has good power. Swings and misses. Nice pitch from Pernita. The count now 1-2. There's one down. Goins crowds the plate from the right side. The pitch popped up on the infield. Shortstop Rivera there makes the catch. And that's the second out. And now David Lee, the left fielder, the last hope for Marion with the bases loaded. 11-5 the score here in the top of the seventh inning. Brownsville, the home team. This ball's hit on the ground toward third. Fielded there by the third baseman. Throw across in time, and that's the ball game. 11-5, the final score. 5 runs on 5 hits, 2 errors for Marion. 11 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors committed by Brownsville. But Brownsville will head to the winner's side, the winner's bracket of the Colt World Series. We will tell you right here that that means that they are going to get tomorrow off, and they are going to play on Sunday afternoon or Sunday morning at 9 o'clock against the winner of the game between Levittown, Puerto Rico, and Covina, California. That'll be at 9 o'clock on Sunday. 11-5, the final score here in Game 3. Game 4 is slated for 8 o'clock tonight as the Southern Illinois team will be taking on the team from the Mexico Zone champion, Tijuana, Mexico. We'll have all the action right here on YouTube starting at 8 o'clock. And don't forget, the opening ceremonies are going to take place at 6 o'clock. We'll have coverage for that as well. 11-5, the final score. We'll talk to you tonight. I'm Dave McKenzie. Thank you for watching the 2019 Colt World Series here on our YouTube channel.